YouTube Live.
Hello, YouTube.
Starting local recording, and we are local live.
Cool.
All right. Is this me? Is this you? Who wants to do the intros?
I think Bon should today.
Bon never does the intros.
Yeah.
Let's give Bon a shot.
All right. Hey guys,
I don't
welcome
like it.
to Color. All right.
Kendra, did you know?
Away now. I don't know why I'm here.
I'm sorry, Bon. All right. I'm sorry. My fault.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Color Circuit. I'm Bon,
I'm Dylan.
I'm Kendra.
and this is Circuit Board, our weekly podcast
Woo!
for our founders. Alrighty, and we're missing someone today. If you notice, Scott's off on vacation. Hopefully, he'll have a report of what goes on there.
Yes.
Some really fun things are going to be happening. So, how's everyone doing today?
Okay. I'm doing fine. I keep I'm very much procrastinating on things, and things that need to be done.
Usual.
And
Yeah.
yeah. And even Color Circuit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to so bad to get things done and moving forward, but it's
It's just so
difficult
much.
sometimes.
It's kind of hard since we have a really small group, which is really hard to
yeah,
stay.
we need to start expanding. That's
Yeah.
what we need to do.
We do.
Yeah, that's part of what I wanted to talk about in our meeting. So that's good.
All right. Some circuit board
things in the
insider.
works. Yeah.
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 Should be
That's the
good.
point
Should
of
be
the
good.
podcast, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like you have the biggest news because you were gone for almost a week.
Yeah.
And the last podcast was a lot of me doing some New York talk, so I think it's time for you to do some Florida talk.
Florida talk. Florida was great.
Florida
I got to do some stand-up shows, and they were very interesting. So I did a mic on my way there in Austin. I did a terrible 3 minutes.
Ooh, it was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
3?
Yeah.
You cut yourself short.
No, that's what they...
No, that's the limit.
Oh,
they
it
gave.
was bad, so they cut you short.
No, that's how much you get.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only get
it's
3
an
minutes.
open mic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought that you were scheduled for this
No.
one.
No.
Were there a lot of people? Is that why they're doing 3-minute sets?
Yeah, and then, so it was just a bad situation because I had driven all day and I hadn't eaten. I got there after sign up, so I didn't think I was going to go up. So I slammed an IPA on an empty
Shit.
stomach, got drunk, and then
Forgot your drugs when you got up.
while I was leaving, I was saying goodbye to some of the comics that I was talking to, and one of the guys was like, "Well, why don't you take my spot? I'm next."
Oh,
Oh man.
And so
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was nervous the whole time. It was weird because I'm not
Really?
usually nervous.
you
on
have
stage.
a very relaxed feeling on stage. Everybody yeah.
It's like your home.
It's like you're at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was interesting, and I felt really bad that I did very poorly in front of my high school best friend.
You recorded. Did you record all of your sets? I know you recorded some.
My brother recorded 2 out of 3.
Okay.
So the first one that I did in Jacksonville, it was this really cool show that you would love. So it had a lot of interactive moments. They had games that they played
cool.
with the audience. And they also did stuff that's kind of at midnight.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So they had a picture that they put up from the news. And this one was just a redneck with a 13-pound bullfrog.
Okay.
And
Sounds
so
promising.
Yeah.
3 comics had 60 seconds to tell as many jokes as they could, or as many headlines about it as they
Okay.
could.
You know what's even cooler about that is that I like At Midnight. I'm the biggest Hardwick fan, but
Yeah.
it's all scripted. They write everything down, and
Yeah.
they have a
Super
bunch of writers for
Oh,
it.
well,
Yeah.
these guys
I'm
had
not
all
surprised.
written their stuff
Oh,
prior.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was still really cool. I think they probably knew that day, or maybe I don't think they had a whole lot of time to prepare. But,
Okay.
There are some improv factors, but for the most part,
Sure.
they're trying to stay as much as script and just bounce off whatever they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that show was really cool. They started with a 10-minute monologue, like a late night show would.
Cool.
Like a news monologue. So yeah, it was really interesting.
Oh, fun.
Unfortunately, there weren't a whole lot of people there.
Is that at a bar?
Yes.
Okay.
It's at a bar, but it has a stage.
Okay.
Awesome.
And so there was an improv show going on before the stand-up show, and it was packed.
Oh, yikes.
And then everyone left for the
Fucking
stand-up show.
cold.
What
That
is
so
that
cold.
about? Yeah, what is that? What is that? What does that say about improv versus stand-up?
I don't know, and they said that it's not normally like that. That it's usually packed.
Just a bad night.
yeah.
Okay. What have you noticed? I mean, you've done improv for many years, and now you're just getting into stand up. What differences have you noticed as far as
Audience
crowds and audience and the amount of people that come in and participate? And I don't know.
I've, you know what? They're similar in that improv people go to improv shows and stand-up comedians go to stand-up shows. And so I think that was just a bad night for
Okay.
the stand-up comedians.
I see.
But yeah, so then when I went to Orlando, I did a super cool show that was hosted by this guy, Ross McCoy, who is a guy that my older brother really likes. So he works on a podcast called Tom and Dan, and that was a fun moment to be able to be like, hey, Josh, like you get to hang out with Ross now.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
Here's
like
my
if I
gift to
got to
you.
hang out with like Dan Harmon or something.
Oh
that'd
my
be like
gosh,
the end of the
that'd
world
be-
for me.
Yeah, so that was fun, and that was a really cool show. There was a showcase. All the comics did like 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
And everyone was really good.
Your set go okay?
Yeah, my set went really well.
Awesome.
And everyone was super sweet. And
Yeah,
yeah,
how
everyone
many
was
is
like,
there?
you have to stay here.
Oh, okay.
And then
yeah.
they talked me into going to a midnight show that Ross was hosting later on that night. And so I went to this other show, and it was amazing because it was at like this block party music festival kind of thing.
That's cool.
That's
And
cool.
so everyone was drunk and not paying attention. And so every comic that went up bombed horribly. Nobody was paying attention. It got so bad that one of the comics screamed, "Hey, you F words." I don't know why I just censored myself.
Yeah, it's very odd. That
Yeah,
doesn't
he was
really
just like,
happen
"Hey, fuckers," trying to get people's attention. And he was like, "If you're not listening to comedy, then get out of this room."
often. Oh my god.
Jeez.
But it was really funny. Like you could tell that like he was
All
yeah.
mostly
fucking around.
joking.
Okay, yeah. There's like 10% of it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually hate you guys.
So that was a lot of fun watching a whole bunch of comedians just bomb.
You bombed as a group though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
it's like
just seeing-
giant camaraderie.
Seeing the different ways that they dealt with it. Because some just kept going with like their normal set
Yeah.
and just, used
Others
it as
started fucking around
practice.
the crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that's like a fear for mine if I were to be a comedian, just like to have one of those bombing nights. But if you bombed as a group, just to be like the third or fourth person who do that, I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna fuck with the crowd now.
Yeah.
It's like let's just see what happens.
The Daytona Beach show that I did was a lot of fun. It was at a bowling alley, and a bunch of my high school friends came out, and that was a lot of fun.
They watched you do stand up.
Yeah.
That's it. For me, that would be more nerve wracking than strangers or even people that I know in the scene. But when
Yeah.
it's like friends that are outside of comedy watching me, that's where I'm like, oh, I feel like
Completely
I
out of the
really
world.
have to impress now. And it just gets me more nervous.
So I think I went like the opposite way.
Okay.
And I was like, I have to kill it tonight.
Okay.
And they let me go up last. So
Nice.
Good. You were the headliner.
yeah, but not, I mean, we all still did the same amount of time. It
Okay.
was a showcase kind of thing.
Right.
And I think I did about 12 or 13 minutes.
That's
That's
a long
good.
set.
Um,
Were you
and-
prepared for that long?
Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome.
And I absolutely loved the way that I ended my set.
Okay.
So I had been doing really well. I was like killing it. And then I got to a joke and nobody laughed. And then I explained the joke and nobody laughed. And then I was just like, all right, guys, I'm done. And that's it. And I just got off the stage.
Jeez.
And that was a lot of fun.
That's a good way to end it. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. I'm sure your friends got a kick out of that.
And then the guy who was hosting the show went up and was like, hey guys, I think I'm in love with her. And he asked my mom for permission to
Steal you back
Propose to
there.
me?
Yeah.
There are pictures
All right.
of this. I saw
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
so I got engaged while I was in Florida.
Woo!
Great.
Congratulations.
Great. Congrats.
But yeah, and I also helped my mom move. Like, that was a big part of it too.
Yeah, whatever.
Uh,
Yeah, the mom thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the family doing now? How they settled in there?
They're doing well.
Yeah.
Okay, they got a new place and
Yeah.
okay, and now they're more comfortable in the hot sun. Well, it's hot over here too, but
Yeah.
But the humidity.
humid. Yeah.
I love that. We were just talking about it in
Yeah,
the car.
we were talking about it in the car.
You guys love humidity?
It's
We
good.
love the way it is on our skin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because my skin's super dry, or it's like oily. and then like it just the moisture, like the humidity, just like keeps it even.
Wait, what? That makes no. If
No,
you
it
got-
does. So when your skin is getting dried out, it overproduces oil.
Yeah, I've
Crazy.
heard that
Yeah.
before.
While I was there, my skin was flawless.
Really?
It was amazing,
Your
and my
hair.
hair too.
Yeah. You guys both you guys are on the hair game today. I'm liking it.
Freaking,
I didn't wash my hair today.
my
No?
hair.
That's
back
probably
here,
why
I
sometimes it
trained
looks better when it's got a little more greasy.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been trying to only wash it like every 3 days.
That's good. That's
It's
not
really hard
bad.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
better
hard.
than-
Do you like? So do you like let it get wet?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like I let my hair get wet, but I don't know if I should. If that's a thing, or I should like keep it a cap on or something. I don't know how that works when you're trying to stay.
It did look better before I showered. Honestly, I kind of wish I would have kept it dry.
That's like it's my
It
worry.
had a really nice texture to it.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I'm gonna look
that's
at myself in this.
Still look good. Still look good.
So what else happened in Florida?
Oh well, on Sunday. So I had the show in Orlando on Saturday. On Sunday, one of the comics out there was like, "Well, come hang out in Orlando," and so I caught the tail end of a show.
Mm-hmm.
In Orlando, at a place that I used to go see like hardcore shows at,
Okay.
which was kind
wow.
of cool because it was like very nostalgic. Like went back to
Were they like
Things have
local
changed.
hardcore or
Yeah.
like
both.
okay?
Yeah, they had
Okay.
local shows and like touring shows. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I think the best show that I saw there was Good Clean Fun. And Casey Jones, do you know them?
I know
Nope.
the name Casey Jones.
You would love Good Clean Fun.
Okay.
So they're a posse hardcore band.
Okay.
And so they're all about animal rights
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like quality, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
just fun. They're super posse. But what's funny is that Casey Jones is not a posse band.
Okay.
So they're a straight edge band too. But they're like the kind of guys who will beat you up for drinking.
Okay. Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Where Good Clean Fun is obviously just about good clean fun.
Yay.
So that was an interesting show.
I was at a Animals as Leaders show last week. It's a instrumental 3-piece post metal. No. It would be like math metal rock band. So it's like,
Whoa.
as Scott would call it, a band that hits all the notes. It's one of those bands. I love them. They're maybe like my top 5 or top 10 favorite. Anyways, I was at this show last week at Sunshine Theater, and when there's like no vocals, there's you expect a different audience.
Yeah.
Because like I go to a lot of hardcore shows, a lot of metal shows, and when the screaming comes in or like the breakdown or whatever, that's when everybody gets crazy.
Yeah.
Right, and they start doing the dancing, the hardcore dancing. Anyway, this still happened though, which I was surprised. Which I was a little bit surprised by. They do get like pretty gent and heavy though, and they have their breakdowns, and so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that makes sense. But it got crazy. Like as soon as I walked in there, a guy ran in front of me and then threw up all over the floor.
What?
All over the floor. It was awful. And then not 10 minutes later, maybe 5 or 6 guys, they kind of like rush off to the side, like in a group, like a huddled group, rush off to the side. And I was kind of at the side also. And I couldn't tell what was going on, but I knew something was up. And then I couldn't tell if like they were friends or not, and because they're all like really close to each other. And then I realized they were yelling at each other, but it was like the face to face
Ooh.
yelling.
What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. What are you gonna do
Oh
about it,
my
bro?
gosh.
And one of them was actually like trying to like mediate. He was trying to calm all of them down, and he's like, "Come on, please, come on."
Like, it's a
and
nice place, we're
the
just trying
guy
to
that was
chill.
trying to mediate and calm down, he like it was like just like this far away from that guy, and that guy came in, like one of the mean dudes came in and headbutted his face.
Oh my
And I was like,
gosh.
"Oh my god, yeah, this is like right in front of me," and I was like, "Jesus Christ!" So I'm like, I was like, what it made me actually realize is that I understand why people outside of like hardcore and metal and just rock in general, and this has been a stigma for a very long time,
Yeah.
why they're scared of it, or why
Yeah.
they're like,
It's understandable.
it's like, it's for shitty people that just want to beat each other up, and like hardcore dancing is kind of that.
Yeah.
It's aggressive.
It's really aggressive, and
Yeah.
the music is, sure, it's aggressive, yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think this happens like a lot in other forms of music.
Yeah,
it
you can
happens
see
in
that
other
happening
like
at, like some electric, like super like groovy, just relaxed 60s grooves and music. You're just like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna play
You
some
don't-
jazz.
This doesn't
right
happen
now.
in jazz clubs or like EDM. Like everybody's like
Yeah.
fucking each other at EDM, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
everyone's like, I love everyone.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's fighting, but I don't know. It was just like I was not happy about it. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid.
I do love a mosh pit though.
It is fun.
I
I like
like
being. I like
leaving-
running the
It's a good
circle in the
memories.
mosh pit.
Yeah, I do
It's
too.
so fun. I like the energy. Yeah.
And I love that every time I go into a mosh pit, everyone just takes care of me.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
they'll never hit me too hard.
Okay.
They see me. Oh, I have a funny story. I was seeing Alkaline Trio,
Oh god, they're so good.
and I was at the Sunshine, and I like had my arm up, and I was like right up front for them. I didn't even care about the mosh pit. I just wanted to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm right up front, and there's like two people in front of me, and I like push the guy because he kind of like elbowed me really hard, and so I pushed him forward. And he turned around with his hand, like, ready.
Shit.
Because I, like, pushed him hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he saw me, and he smiled and laughed.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And I was like,
something
oh,
great.
God, I almost got my face
It's
punched
like, you're
in.
about to die. Yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be a real knockout.
yeah.
Oh
There
my
was a
gosh.
really crappy time in Daytona when I went to a straight edge show, and it was at a bar.
Can you guys define what straight edge
It's one
is?
of my favorite albums of all time.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I'll Catch Fire by Alkaline Trio.
Ooh.
Please check it out. Plug. All right.
I saw them in Denver
Okay.
for their going away tour,
Oh, okay.
but
How
then they
long ago
came
was that?
back.
That was like 3 years ago, right? And then they came back, and they came back with, is it Tom from Blink-182? Oh, no, the other way around. I'm sorry. Blink-182 picked up the lead of Alkaline,
Oh, yeah.
right? Oh, he replaced Tom. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was actually like 4 years ago that they had their going away.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I saw them in Albuquerque. So I drove all the way up to Denver to see them for their going away tour because I was like, oh, it's the last chance.
Right.
And then,
And then they were back.
yeah, then I saw them about a year ago here in Albuquerque.
Amazing. I'm so jealous. I wish I could see that.
Can you guys define what straight edge is?
Oh, yeah.
You
it's
said
when
hardcore before, though, right?
No.
Or no, you said straight edge. Go ahead.
Straight edge is when you don't drink or do drugs or
Okay, that applies to
smoke.
music too. Okay.
Or
I just thought
sex,
it-
I think, also.
No.
Sex is not a part of
No.
it. Okay. And then you'll notice that like they have
Uh,
X's on their hands.
And then
And
hardline.
it's like 3 X's is like straight edge. So like, do you remember when we were like when like AIM was a thing and everybody would have XXX,
Yes.
Tom DeLonge XXX or something?
Yeah.
That means they were straight edge, right?
Oh.
Pretty
well,
sure.
some people just had like
They thought it was
the
cool.
X's. Yeah.
sure.
Hardline was like if you didn't have caffeine either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually like accidentally straight. I don't drink caffeine
Yeah.
or smoke or drink.
Oh, so what I was gonna say, yeah. So there was a straight edge hardcore show at a bar in Daytona, and this guy came down from like up at the bar down into the venue area, and he had a beer, and he like spilled it on someone because it's a tiny room and people are getting pushed around from
Yeah,
the pit,
it
whatever.
happens.
Yeah.
And like 3 straight edge teenagers beat up this middle-aged dude for spilling his beer on them.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. It's awful.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like bands out there that like, please take care of each other. This isn't what this is about.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
about the music. It's about community still. Like,
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
the whole reason why we're all here is because we like this one band.
Yeah.
Like, this should not be a problem.
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
It's so awful. That really sucks.
Yeah.
Kids are aggressive.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
night, they
Usually
were-
when it gets like, because they're like now straight edge is to the point now, because I think it started with Minor Threat. And it's to the point now where these like bands are old enough and now their audience is old enough that these people are in their mid 30s.
Yeah.
And when I go to those concerts where it's a little bit older, everybody's like kind of they're really nice. They actually stand still. They don't do a lot of the dancing, you
Yeah.
know. But it's when I go to shows like Touche Amore is like one of my favorite bands, and they had a it's scratched. They had a show in Orange County, and they're still relatively new in the hardcore scene, and so it's a lot of kids, like 17-year-old
Yeah.
kids, 16-year-old kids, and they were awful. They were just like, you know, you jump into do a crowd, okay, that's fine. They would like jump in though, like feet first, and then throw their feet into people's face. It's just
Yeah.
awful.
That's
it's like they're
terrible.
looking for a fight. It's
They're
like they
looking
can't-
for a fight, yeah.
They're really trying to. Like last night, there were kids walking all over downtown trying to start a fight.
Yeah.
Like there was this one kid who went up to this middle-aged lady. He's like trying to start shit. And she's like, I could literally be your mother right now. Like, I am probably the same age as your mom. I probably taught you for school, so you need to quit your shit. And they're like, oh, yeah, how old do you think we are? We're all like, you're probably like 17, all of you. And there's a group of like 40 of us. This is right outside of Sisters.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the wrong place you're doing this, kid. Like, all 5 of you need to just walk away right now. And there was like big burly guys who were just like confused, because everyone's just like, why are these little kids trying to start a fight
They're
during
kids.
like, oh, and yesterday was Pride. Everyone who
Woo!
like, yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah.
It was like there was a whole entire festival, the whole entire line. Did you end up going dancing at all?
No.
Yeah, I thought about it. I really wanted to, but the line was just ungodly long, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't love you guys enough to go pay that much money to go and stand in a super crowded room and not be able to dance.
The cover at FX was $30 last night.
Yeah,
That's the local gay club, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
$30 is a lot.
It's like the big one. Yeah.
But they knew that
Um,
they could make money that night. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They even had like a live stage music outside of effects where people
Okay.
could get in.
It was
so
that
it's still
crowded.
dancing. Yeah, it was just people were
And
dancing on the
then
street.
they did end up lowering it to 15 at some point. But yeah, if you've never been in there,
I know, no.
it's amazing. So there's like 4 different rooms, like,
Okay.
and they all have dance floors with different types of music.
That's cool.
So, it's really cool because then you can choose like what your atmosphere is.
Sure,
I
sure.
really like the upstairs because there's no roof, like it's up on
It's,
the roof.
yeah, it's on the roof. It's fantastic.
And so that's really nice, but that's usually where they play like EDM. And
Okay.
I don't necessarily like EDM, but I like being
Neither do I.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they have a room where it seems like they're always playing like 90s or 2000s hits.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then there's another one that's just like current dance music.
It's every time that I've gone there, it's just like I always go automatically to the roof.
Yeah.
And then I realize I'm like, I just wanted to smoke outside and listen to music. Like I'm just gonna go
Yep.
somewhere else. I don't dance. I like if I'm gonna get a super strong drink, I am just probably I would have pre-gamed or something like that and just Ubered over to somewhere. So it really doesn't matter. So I'm just like
Yeah.
I stand there I'm like, this is I forgot you all dance except for me. So I'm just gonna stand over here in the corner until someone's like, you want to dance? And I'm like, no. And then feel guilty and be like, all right, now I gotta go somewhere else. Like,
Why don't you dance?
because I only know how to dance like a ballroom and partner type dances.
You used to
I
teach
don't,
that, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to dance like normal people. That's just not what I think. Like,
No, that
Well,
makes
you know,
sense.
you need
Yeah.
to practice.
I would rather practice swing or like ballroom or like choreography.
That's
Come on, he's
fair.
classy.
Do you dance?
So I used to actually, you and I have talked about that. We used to break dance in high
Dances
school.
in the house.
Yeah, it was fun. I I dance alone. So like when like Justice is one of my favorite it's EDM, right? Neither of you know. It's like Daft Punk. It's really really good. But like whenever that comes on, I like have to dance. I don't have
Yeah.
a choice. And it's usually like here where there's space, or maybe in front of a mirror.
Yeah.
You know, where I'm
Yep.
feeling cool.
Yeah.
You ever have like specific bands or music where you're like, I feel cool listening
gotta
to
dance
this?
Yeah,
Yes,
Taylor
yeah.
Swift.
So- okay, yeah. She makes everybody feel cool. What are you talking about?
The coolest.
The coolest.
Oh my gosh. So I'm still hooked on Paramore.
Okay. And they released a new album, right?
Yeah, and so I told you that I'd been listening to that new song like every day.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that I've heard
On repeat.
It's so good.
it. Okay. Is that a
Um,
single?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's called Hard Times.
Okay.
And I've been listening to a lot of Paramore.
Don't you
Going
look
back.
guilty?
I feel
It's
guilty.
Fine. No, it's
You're
fine.
good. You're fine. It's okay.
I've never really paid attention to them. Jessica loves them, but like I gave them the thumbs up once I realized that she had been on stage for a Deftones show, and I really really respect Deftones
Yeah.
as a band. And so when they respected Haley, her name is right, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well she's probably cool. You
Yeah.
know, and the music's like I'm just it's still a little poppy for me, but I don't hate it actually. Like I like some of their stuff. I remember
Yeah.
when they first got big, and I was like, yeah, cool, all right,
Yeah.
we need more of this.
I'm that terrible human being who like listens to nothing but pop. Because it's like that's what's good for choreography is like really upbeat like tempo songs. So it's like I'll be listening to like Zayn's song like just take your time or whatever it is. Like so yeah, it's I'll listen to pop nonstop. I don't think I remember the last time I listened to like regular music. It's
Really?
probably jazz. And
Okay.
it was probably like 3 months ago sitting in my house drinking a scotch and smoking my freaking pipe.
Really?
Of course.
Yeah.
Smoking a pipe.
I have a classic cigar. I have a classic pipe, like a really classic.
Who are you trying to impress?
Me. I just say, damn, I'm pretty classy right now. I
You
feel
are
really
classy.
good.
You're classy, yeah.
I feel like this is more about you, Dylan, that you would ask that.
What? Who are you trying to
John.
impress?
Yeah. Is everything that you do for other people?
It's to impress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look
Okay.
at this. Look at this part right now. It's so perfect.
It is. It's a really good part.
Impressive, one might say.
I feel like you should have it higher and just have
Symmetrical?
like the samurai look going on.
Actually, so yeah, I actually like really like the high ponies.
Yeah.
Jessica hates it. I like it because I feel like like no joke, I feel like a like hot college soccer girl because they always wear really high ponies.
That's exactly
Oh,
what I
okay.
thought. Well, as soon as you started saying that, I was like, he's going to say soccer chick.
That's amazing. I don't know, they're so hot, and I'm like, I want to be like them.
I was
They're
thinking
hot.
samurai.
That
That's
was
cool.
my favorite thing when I had my hair long was wearing a ponytail.
Okay.
I don't know what there's something very,
Powerful.
yeah, I love it. And I think
About a high pony, particularly.
a high pony.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think part of it is just that, like,
It's like
I've
a
always had
counterbalance.
short hair. And so anytime that it's long enough for a high pony,
it just feels
it's
good.
always in a
It's a
pony.
high point.
Yeah.
As soon as my hair is long, it's up all of
Really?
the time.
You don't like it? You don't like the flow?
Never
No.
You know?
experienced this.
What is your hair like when it's longer? Does it have like some curl to it?
No, it's
just-
very boring and long and straight. It's a lot like yours,
okay.
actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
boring and long and straight. Yeah.
You gotta start like adding some curls and go to sleep.
Mine gets a little wavy at the shoulders. It's probably
Yeah.
because it sits there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, then that's how mine would get too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized I have curlers and I never used them when I had long hair. Like I had like at some point I had imagined like having super wavy hair, so I was like, I'm just gonna curl them just one night and then see where it happens, see where it goes, and then I never did it. Just never did it. Like the next day I cut my hair to like this
Oh
length.
no.
And I was like, I forgot I was gonna do that. What is wrong with me? It was like a waste of $10. I was like, oh, I was like, could just tip that for my haircut right now. I feel so.
Did you cry a little?
I did. I died a little inside.
Speaking of crying,
Yeah.
I shoved that segue in.
Oh
You guys
god.
talked about crying during films when I wasn't here 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You want to
And
revisit it?
I was like, I wanted to talk about the movie Lion from 2016. Nobody watched it. I mean, some people watched it because it was up for an Oscar. Is that what those are? Oscars for movies? I can never get it
Yeah.
straight. Oscars for movies,
Yeah.
right? What are Emmys for?
TV.
TV. Okay. I don't know. I can't get this straight.
Daytime.
I'm planning on
Daytime
starting a like movie and film podcast, and I should probably get those
Yeah,
straight
you
before I
should
start
know.
it.
It's called so think of daytime Emmy,
Daytime
movie
Emmy.
Oscar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Daytime Emmy. That
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Because like think of daytime TV shows that are just
Yes.
ridiculous.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's gonna help me a lot. Thank you, Bon. Anyways, Lion. It was up for Oscar, and it didn't win. What won? Moonlight won. But anyways,
Oh, yeah.
it was my favorite movie of 2016, next to like Your Name, which is an anime, and
Which I'm really disappointed didn't get in for a lot of things. It had fantastic music.
so
Like it
good.
was just everything about that movie is very
Oh, you watched it?
amazing.
We talked about that.
We had chatted about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you did watch it eventually.
Not seen it at all.
Oh, okay. So you're disappointed in a movie you haven't seen. All right. Anyways, yeah. So I watched Lion, and it's I don't know if you guys remember the trailer or know the story. It's a book. It was a book that was written about a real life event that happened to this guy. Event by event, I mean like his whole life basically. It was in India, settings in India, and he's a lost child.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah,
now I
don't know
remember
if
the
you-
commercial
yeah.
of this. Yeah.
I didn't love the trailers. I went and saw the movie, not thinking too much of it. But I'm a really big fan of the main actor in that movie.
The guy from Slumdog Millionaire.
Yes, the guy from Slumdog Millionaire, and I love Slumdog Millionaire.
He's an amazing
God, what's
actor.
his
That movie's
name?
like just watching the commercial for that totally got me hooked, and I should have seen it. I didn't know when that was coming out.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was.
It
in
was
2016.
yeah, it was during like Oscar season last year, so it was
Okay.
that November, December.
It's
Anyways,
the worst time to come out.
it was like so impactful that like I wasn't just crying, I was sobbing. You know, it was me and like 6 other friends, and then some of them like their parents were visiting, so they were with us too, and like
Oh,
I didn't
man.
really know them, and I wasn't like, you know, like with tears, and I was like audibly like like I couldn't.
I just want you to be happy.
Like it was so. I've never done that, at least not in theaters.
I can't.
I
I'm
could do
really
that at
scared to watch
home.
that now. Yeah.
But it was like at
Oh
the,
my
I
gosh.
walked out of the theater and like my whole face is just completely puffed, and I'm still like getting
do-
over it, kind of.
Oh my
and
gosh.
their parents are just kinda like, oh my, okay. And it was like Jessica was also crying, but it wasn't sobbing like.
Yeah.
But it was like embarrassing, but it was
some notes for
so
you.
it was so good
Yeah.
that I didn't care.
Yeah.
You know, I think
That's
that's fun.
amazing.
Oh, it was yeah. So you guys have. I want to see how you guys react to it.
Yeah, I would
If you
love to watch it.
because I know you guys are
Yeah.
criers in movies, and I love that
Yeah.
you guys are like, yeah, cry to a
We'll,
film.
we will
'cause it's the
probably
best.
just cry everywhere. We're just gonna be there's just like snot and tears and just
Yeah.
nonstop. I want to watch
And
it.
it ends happy. No spoilers, but it ends happy, and even the happy moments were like audible. You know, audible.
Aw.
Goodness.
I'm not ready for that.
I couldn't handle
Not
it.
ready for that.
I did have one thing I wanted to tell you guys about my drive to Florida. So for those of you that don't know, I drove my mother's moving truck from here, Albuquerque, New Mexico, to Daytona Beach, Florida. So that was fun. Took 2.5 days.
Sounds awful.
I did 100%
long
of the
drive.
driving.
You're too nice.
Seriously.
You really are.
What she
Were there
bought,
two
She
vehicles?
bought no.
Oh, there's one big vehicle. Dang.
Yeah, she flew.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, but she bought me my plane ticket back and everything. Like,
Okay.
and she bought me a rental car while I was out there.
Okay, and it's
So-
not like it wasn't
so
unfulfilling for you. You
Yeah.
got to do some stand up and see
Yeah,
your
it was
friends.
great. I got
yeah.
a free vacation essentially.
Yeah, it's
Great.
a
I
fantastic
just had to
payoff.
drive 2.5 days to get to it.
Okay.
But so I'm driving and I'm on I-12, and Siri or whatever the Google Maps person's name is was like, exit now. And I was like, why would I exit here? I need to stay on I-12 for like another 2 hours.
Oh my god.
And I was like, that would be
not
silly.
good.
Why would I do that? Well, I should have done that because we got stuck in traffic for 2 hours.
Oh.
An hour of that was not moving at all.
Oh my god.
Actually,
What
I hate
happened?
gridlock.
I still don't know what happened,
Okay.
but while and it was fine. My brother and I are like super laid back, easygoing. We weren't stressed out about it at all.
That's just
But
more
it was
time for you guys to chat.
Yeah, it was just funny that I didn't
Listen.
Yeah.
listen to my GPS. I was like, why didn't I just
Like,
get off?
this makes no
Um,
sense. Yeah.
But so we're in the middle lane. It was a 3-lane highway. And there are cars that are going over on the shoulder to try to bypass some of the traffic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's like a ton
trying to get
that
off
went
and just-
that went on the shoulder. And they're just being jerks.
They just didn't care. Yeah.
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 So this guy in a pickup truck puts his truck halfway between the right lane and halfway in the shoulder so that people couldn't do that anymore.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, that guy's amazing. But then the car that was behind him was an African American woman. I don't know if that played into anything, but she clearly thought that he was trying to do the same thing that they were doing. She thought that he was getting on the shoulder
Oh, I
to
see.
drive. So she pulled up next to him in the right lane.
She could fit.
Yeah, she could
Okay.
fit. And he started screaming at their car. He
Ooh,
opened
yikes.
his door and he pulled out a revolver.
No.
Yeah. And he was like freaking waving it at her. And I saw her like put her hands up.
Oh my god.
And I didn't hear her yelling back at all.
What state was
So
this?
Texas.
Oh, okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and so the
Just had to make
male
sure.
driver was a white guy. I don't know if that like charged any of his.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't
No,
be
yeah,
surprised
yeah.
either.
Surprised at all.
So it was just funny to have that moment where I saw him doing that, like getting into the lane like that, and I was like, "Oh, I love that guy."
Pro
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, and then he pulls out a gun at this poor woman,
then it's like,
who
oh.
clearly thought
Yeah. That he's
that
just
he
switching
was
over.
doing it too. Yeah,
She's
it
just
was
like, this is
crazy.
normal. I'm just gonna pass
But
it.
then
So-
he like whatever, nothing happened. But
Okay.
I saw her like taking a picture of his license plate. So I
Good.
wonder if anything happened after
That-
that.
How
And
did
deserves charges
you
against
nor
him.
anybody else not call 911?
I thought about it.
That's usually how that goes.
That's
actually.
it. You
That's-
just thought?
Yeah.
I would have immediately. I
Wait,
It's also Texas, where I don't really know the laws for that
Yeah,
type of
I don't-
stipulation. Like
well,
that
the
type of
law. I
offense.
know. I'm pretty sure one of the laws is you can't just wave a revolver around. I don't think any state it's okay to do that. You can have it holstered, but you cannot just wave it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless somebody's on your property,
Yeah.
right? And then it's okay in some states.
And he was out of his vehicle, correct? He was when he waved his gun around.
No.
Or was he still in his car?
He was still in his vehicle, but he had his door open.
Jesus Christ.
I don't
Who's
know.
Psychopath.
It's
Yeah, it was
do
crazy. It
castle
was
laws still
intense.
work in that situation? That's so weird. Okay, anyways.
I
yeah,
don't
but-
know what my brother and I would have done if anything had actually started going down. Because my instinct was to get out of the car.
To run the other direction.
No.
No,
to go
To go
confront
help
him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's a good way to get
Do you
yourself
not remember
That's
how
stupid.
Kendra
I should
reacts?
not do that.
killed. You know how guns work?
But that was my instinct in the moment. Like,
Yeah.
go be the hero.
Yeah.
Just stupid.
Yeah, that is pretty
Oh,
stupid. That's why you
actually,
call 911. They're yeah.
Speaking of being a hero, and this is actually really sad, I don't know how much of this is like HIPAA violation.
No names, no.
A patient
Okay.
at my work was in rare form.
Okay.
He was a regular. I hadn't met him before because I haven't been there more than a year. So, but he was being very rude and grumpy and all of this, and it wound up coming out that his son had just got stabbed to death in Portland like a week or two ago.
Holy
Oh,
crap.
whoa.
And so that's why, I mean, obviously, I'd be grumpy too.
Yeah, he deserves to be as
little bit,
angry as
yeah.
he needs to be. Yeah.
So this poor guy, he was telling everyone, he was telling this other guy about it. And yeah, so apparently his son was just like standing up for some Muslim Americans.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
he got
he's part of
stabbed
that?
to death.
He was part of that group. One of the two
Jeez.
guys, one of the three people who got stabbed, and out of the two who died.
Oh,
Okay.
you heard about this?
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
it was a news art, like it was a giant thing. It was a headliner.
Okay.
Yeah, so his dad lives here.
That's
In Albuquerque.
sad.
Jeez.
That's really
I
fucked.
feel like that's in the headlines all the time now. Wasn't there
It
another
is.
terrorist attack in France? Isn't it? It was in France?
Yeah, there were like three of them that happened like back to
recently?
back, pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
within
nonstop.
within a span of like 2 weeks. there have
While I
been
was in
incidents.
Florida, there were two major ones.
Jesus Christ! When I was in New York a couple weeks ago, some guy I think he might have been high or something. It's probably misinformation, but he from what I understand, purposefully drove into like 10 people on the
Yeah.
sidewalk.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like I don't know.
That was
I
one
can't-
of the.
That's crazy.
yeah.
I can't handle this.
Those-
I can't
yeah,
handle
it's
it either. You're
Yeah.
not safe anywhere.
You're not. You're really not.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. You would never think
Stay in
like,
your homes.
Everywhere's
oh, I'm
insane.
going to cross the Paris Bridge and be fine.
Right.
But
Yeah.
no, then you get
I'm gonna go for a
plowed
stroll
down.
tonight with my girlfriend, and everything's gonna be fine. Oh my god, I'm going to die. There is a car in front of us. How did it get here?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the last thought that's went through somebody's head.
Yeah.
Well,
That's insane.
Happier news. Geek and Sundry posted an article recently called "How a Heart Transplant Couldn't Stop One Man's Passion for Star Wars." Yes.
Yeah.
And my brother sent this to me, and I'll just read the very top of the article. In the 10 years that the Rancho Cucamonga Public Library has been hosting its annual Star Wars Read Day, co-founder Alan Kalassi has only missed the event once for a perfectly valid reason. He was recovering from his heart transplant surgery. And it's just an uplifting story about how this guy's in love with Star Wars.
Yeah.
He had a successful heart transplant surgery, et cetera, et cetera. But the reason my brother sent this to me is because my brother's the one that puts on the Star Wars Day event at the Rancho Cucamonga Public Library. That's the
Aw.
city
That's
that him and I grew up in.
Yeah.
And now he works for the city as a
Event planner.
as an event planner, and he that's amongst other things. Like he's building a children's science museum right now. I told him
It's so cool.
he's the best. Yeah, he's a much better version of than I.
Yeah, he's way cooler
So
than you.
trade you out.
Yeah, like if you guys could trade me for him, you would do it in a second.
Yeah.
So we're just leaving. To
you would do it in a heartbeat. He ain't got the puns though. I got the puns. And I told him, I was like, oh, I'm gonna mention this in the podcast. I was like, I won't use your name though. He was like, it was actually, I don't remember what he said. I think he said, say my name, bitch, say my name. So I was like, you're gonna regret it. So Wes Garcia. I just want to like put it out there right there. Like despite the rumors, like he is not associated with rape at all. So that's him. I'm just putting it out there.
doing this?
I'm just saying he's not. I'm telling you, it's
Not at
he's
all.
not associated with it. I told you you'd regret me saying
This is the best brother revenge ever. This is great.
yeah, it was his fault for sending me an amazing article. And it's so cool that Geek and Sundry put it on too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's also like he knows Kyle Hill from. He's the science correspondent over at Nerdist, and he's come out and done Star Wars Day with them.
That's awesome.
He's the one, if you guys have ever seen any of this stuff, he does pop culture science. So like how would you realistically put adamantium into somebody's body?
Okay, cool.
Oh,
One
okay.
Punch Man. How hard does this punch have to be? I'm going to calculate how hard his punch has to be in order to obliterate a comet.
Oh,
Things like
okay.
that. He does
Yeah.
really fun science.
What does he look like?
Really long hair, blonde.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I have seen that. Okay.
He seems super cool. My brother says that he's awesome.
Yeah.
And who else have they had out there? They've had like Lando Calrissian. I don't know that guy's name.
That's awesome.
Come out there
Yeah.
and do a talk. Like it's an amazing event. It's tens of thousands of people I think that go out of a city of 180,000 I think. But
That's-
it's Star
a
Wars.
lot of people travel
Yeah.
to that. Yeah, it's Star Wars. It's such a
Yeah.
big fandom to people who just go around to
like
it.
like the smallest Comic Con, but
Yeah.
they get big names.
And this immediate, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like also on the Geek and Sundry note, a few of their critical rollers were on the Stream of Annihilation, the new D&D like world that they created. There's a new storyline that
There's
came
a
out.
new storyline.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
great.
wait. This isn't Critical Role though.
No, it's not Critical Role. No.
But a few of them moved or
What
are
they played for the stream day. They did a one shot with their
It's a
new story.
one-shot. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Super fun. I was just super happy that.
So the
I wanted
reason they did it is because it was their
announce this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was their 100.
No, the 100th just happened, which is also an amazing thing
Okay.
on that stream. But I'm just not going to talk about it
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah.
spoilers
Sure.
and just out of the fact that this 101's going to be pretty freaking amazing, and they're
Okay.
closing out their arc. But I just new D&D, fantastic. I'm
Yeah,
super excited.
I know you said you've been like D&Ding it up a lot lately. Huh?
I have at this point. If I could, I'd be running like 5 campaigns, but I'm down to I'm playing one campaign and I'm finishing up another, and then we're gonna switch over to me DMing to one,
Okay.
and then probably one on here as a one shot for like Pokemon or something
Oh,
like
let's
that.
do it. I
Yeah,
can't wait to do
'Cause,
it,
like
yeah.
I have it all set.
You
So
do?
It's ready to go.
Maybe next week then.
Next week.
Next week. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the new schedule is up for this week.
Yeah.
What are we doing this week? We got this
Um,
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We are doing Hero Clicks.
Tuesday is Controller Alt Delete.
Tuesday's Controller Alt Delete.
Oh, okay.
Wednesday is
Just kidding.
We're playing some Switch games. We're playing Super Bomberman R and Disgaea 5 complete.
I never know how to say that like name.
I think
right.
it's Disgaea.
Disgaea.
I don't know.
I don't. I feel like I need to go like to the Japanese page and just see how one correspondent says it. Just like keep going to all of them.
Disgaea. And then but Wednesday is Ludum Tempest Hero Clicks.
Cool.
And then none of you guys have played Hero Clicks?
I have.
You have. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have you?
No. I have like a starter set somewhere.
Yeah.
That's right there, the Avengers one.
Oh, okay.
But I've been meaning to learn, and so
Yeah.
the amazing Justin's gonna come by, and you will not be here. Sad.
think
sadly.
so.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Well, if you can drop by, drop by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, say hi. I mean, drop in
Have you played Hero
noise.
Clicks?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
you
know how
haven't.
to play it
Okay,
all.
okay.
Yeah.
It's they're little miniatures, right? And
Yeah.
but it's cool because you keep track of like HP and other things like on the base of the actual figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
as
And it's
as
a
your HP goes down,
Yeah.
it changes what.
So like you might
Your
possibly
other
get
abilities you
stronger
have.
or
Okay.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and it does change other stats too. But
Cool.
yeah, it changes your abilities, and so like some will have like a, like a last hurrah kind of thing.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
you
They
get
have
like
a
super
a
low.
super bam, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds so good.
It's really cool.
It sounds like fun, and I love that it's like they've delved into every universe with Hero Clicks.
Yeah.
It's not just a superhero thing by any means.
No.
And
I've seen it everywhere. I just have no idea what it is.
it's like one of the parts of like the nerddom that you like we haven't delved into, and it's
Okay.
huge. There's at least 3 shows that I
Just
watch.
dedicated.
yeah, and I've never played it. I just watched them play it.
Holy shit. Okay.
The closest thing that I have maybe is like
Probably Legacy.
Dice Masters. I don't know who puts that one out, but that one's so
Heard
much
that
fun.
Game is a lot of fun. I
So
haven't played
Jessica
it.
and I just sit and play it for hours. Her and I
wanna
alone.
play it.
It's really good.
What is Dice Masters?
Dice Masters use dice to master. Okay, so
I'm leaving.
It's partially a deck building.
Okay.
Because you're rolling dice and allow you to do a certain amount of things. You can attack. You can collect other people. It's a lot like Legendary, honestly, which is another deck building game.
Copy, okay.
It is pretty similar, except you're using dice this time, and there's some extra little things
Little
in there. but-
nuances to it.
Yeah, but it is so much fun.
All right. I
Um,
can get into that.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. E3 is going on this weekend, and none of us have watched it.
Nope.
I watched yesterday's, which
Okay.
was I mean, EA was very lackluster this year.
Was it just EA yesterday, or like?
EA was the only one, the
Okay.
big one. So Saturday's EA,
Okay.
or no, yeah, Saturday's
Yeah, give us
EA.
the breakdown.
Today is Microsoft.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow is I think Sony or Nintendo, and then there's somebody else has a really big one. I forgot which one it is though, but they're all split up into each day is split up to a different company. Or
It's
group of
crazy that each
companies.
day is like it's almost each day is a different gaming system, except for Saturday, which is strictly EA, which is
The reason why is because EA owns such a large market of
right.
of just like people or of other smaller companies.
Right. I don't know if you know this about EA, but they have, tell me if I'm wrong, they have consistently been ranked number 1 or number 2 highest,
As the
like
worst
worst
company ever.
companies to work for in the
Oh.
world. I think by Forbes or somebody like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Wow. My friend Kyle in Austin worked there briefly.
And?
So when he first moved out there, he worked at Blizzard.
Okay.
And then
What? You had a
Good
friend that works at
God.
Blizzard
He,
and then EA?
he works there now. But then he left and he went to EA. And yeah, I think he hated it there.
I wonder
and he
what
went
it
back to
is.
Blizzard.
They just treat you shitty, or
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's-
maybe
that's
bad
what
wages.
happens, man.
The one part about the gaming community that, or like gaming development community, that does suck is that
No security.
There's no security. As soon as you're done with your part in that game, they just kick you off.
You're gone.
And it's actually similar in like, there's obviously a lot of jobs that are analogous to this, but even like
This is like film.
NASA.
Yeah.
As soon as you're done building your part of the robot or whatever you need to do, you're done. You're just a for hire for
Yeah.
several
Yeah.
months.
And,
you know?
and the hope is you have some sort of insurance or something other benefits, anything at all.
Outside of that, yeah, it's so tough.
It's
That's why
weird.
I'm so
Most
surprised.
industries are like that now. It's like every major industry that people want to get into has become a just like for hire type industry. Because film is like that. You get onto one project, you're on it for 3 months. You're
Yeah.
making like enough money to last you the year, and then you're
So it's
gone.
especially true, obviously, in the art community, and I don't have the guts to do it. Is the problem?
Yeah.
It's a hard,
Yeah.
hard life. Like
Yeah.
I think it's been weird taking a break from that lifestyle because I got very used to it, and now trying to work a regular job has been. I don't know if it's detrimental to my mentality towards things, but it's like it's changed my mindset a lot, and I keep
Okay.
forgetting how regular people work.
But it's still in the industry, but now it's regular though, right?
Actually, that job I declined.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
More updates from you.
Yeah.
It's always a news update.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's an off thing.
Sure. So what happened in E3 yesterday?
E3 yesterday showed off some of Battlefield for the new Star Wars Battlefield that they're trying to release. More of Battlefield 1. There were some kind of
Wait.
highlights. Battlefield 1 is the old.
Oh
school.
yeah. Okay.
And
Wait.
then
It's Battlefront is Star Wars.
Battlefront is Star
Yeah.
Wars. Yeah.
Okay. And that's Battlefront 2 that's coming out.
Yeah.
And I loved Battlefront 1 a
Oh.
lot.
It's super fun and easy to get into,
So
except
fun.
if you want to play like one of the heroes. And that was like one of the biggest thing is like you sit there and you camp in the back of the map and just wait for it to show up.
Have you played this game?
Nope.
The new one that's coming out. It's I'm so excited. You get to play like Darth Maul and you can fight Yoda, or you can play Yoda and you can fight. They're
There's a
all they
big
just
mixture.
mixed them. Oh, Rey, you can fight Rey.
Oh,
you know,
cool.
it's, oh, it's so cool.
There's a lot of updates that they're having into it. They put in kind of like a single player mode and like some different type of
That
battle
was the
maps that they have.
biggest problem.
Yeah, was
yeah,
no
that everybody
storyline.
hated. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is genuinely is like maybe like top 5 most beautiful games you'll ever see. They really,
Some pretty
yeah.
amazing maps. But besides that, like everything else is pretty boring. I tuned
Okay.
out for a lot of it because it just
Yeah,
went
yeah,
to
FIFA and
FIFA,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
basketball, and just like I just had no.
That's the one thing about EA.
Sports.
I'm like, they got
They
some
do
good
all
like
the
Dragon
sports
Age
games.
Inquisition. Awesome. I fucking love the Dragon Age
But that's
games.
like
but
every 7 years now, 7,
Right.
8 years, they release something that isn't related to sports.
sure
Because
sure.
sports, they just release that every year, minor updates. It's a brand new game now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
They don't own Titanfall, do they? Is Titan? I don't know who puts that out.
I feel like they do.
BioWare?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay.
It's like my gaming news is kind of like hit or miss because like I haven't had a chance to. I barely
up
just
with
got
it.
back into video games. lately.
And then Kingdom Hearts 2 trailer came out. That was my highlight, and that's
3.
all I wanted to see was Kingdom Hearts 2 trailer.
3.
3. I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But like okay, so the lineup is EA was yesterday. Right now is Microsoft. Bethesda is going to be tonight.
Okay.
And then Devolver Digital and PC Gaming Show. They're going to be doing some of their stuff. Ubisoft is going to be on Monday, and so Sony and Nintendo is going to be on. Sony's going to be on Monday. Nintendo's on Tuesday. So Tuesday is going to end up with Nintendo, which I'm really
That's
curious how they're going to do that.
I'm glad they did that because I mean that's what everybody's looking forward to is the Switch news.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like there needs to be some Pokemon news, but which there was a leak
there's
that
one,
happened
yeah.
that was supposed to be not
Not released.
not released for the Switch. It was supposed to be for the what's their handheld right now, the big handheld, the XD version of the DS. It was like a new DS game.
Oh, okay. The
But-
3DS XL.
Yeah, the 3DS XL, and it was.
Oh, it's the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Worst naming scheme. And then they just came up with the new Nintendo 2DS XL, which is very similar to just a regular 3DS.
They just rebranded
I
the
hate
regular 3DS.
that Nintendo does that. But
Yeah.
anyways,
But yeah, it's super confusing.
you were saying?
But yeah, because like that's what everyone wants to know. Because they finally released a system that people want to get into. So I'm
Wait,
really
what
curious
leak were you talking about though? I got lost.
Oh, sorry. It's Pokemon.
Oh,
Pokemon.
I don't think
a
that
new
was
Pokemon game. That was a misnomer. That was like carried
Wait,
around.
wait, oh, you're not talking about Pokemon Tournament though.
No.
Okay,
It's supposed to be
yeah.
an actual Pokemon, like a classic Pokemon
okay.
adventure game that
Got
was
it, got
supposed to come out for the Switch, or we all thought it was, but it was for the XL.
Okay.
Which
I
broke
can
my heart.
see. Yeah, that actually does break my heart a little bit. I can see though why they do that because they've never had a Pokemon adventure game on a system.
Yeah.
On a home console.
On a home console, and not only that, not on two screens, because they make use of that two-screen system like
They
really
have been.
effectively
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So it's I'm really curious to see how they pull it off.
I played a little bit of Pokemon Tournament. I'll probably get I think it's called DX Deluxe. I don't know what that stands for, but
Yeah.
Pokemon Tournament DX for the Switch.
I'm curious about it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not going to have the same luster as it would a real Pokemon game would, like our
No,
full,
no, of
full
course
adventure
not.
would.
But
yeah.
but yeah, I'm still like
Super
it's still
curious about it.
fun. And I don't remember who makes it. I think it's the same people that make Tekken for some reason.
Yeah.
Pokken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I think that was the mix.
That was the mixture.
Yeah,
That's-
Pokken Tournament. Yeah.
It's Namco.
Namco.
Namco Bandai.
Okay.
Or Namco Bandai.
Bandai.
Because they make Gundam. That's all I care about.
Yeah. So yeah, and the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer was amazing. I watched the Japanese one. I don't know if they made an American one that had English.
I'm not
dubs.
sure.
Yeah, but I just saw one that was just in Japanese, but it looks beautiful. They've been talking about it forever. They need to fucking release it already.
Need to release it. It's been the Revolve, like it's been going around for like 12 years now or something
And I
like
think
that.
it said just PS4 and Xbox One, which I'm not. I want them to release it for Switch. I just want to play everything on the go now.
I know. The Switch would be amazing, but I don't think the hardware can really. It's good, but it's not good enough to run Kingdom Hearts 3. that
It's
they've
still
been
not as
working
good as
for.
Xbox One and Switch and PS4.
It
yeah.
can't replace a full console. So what else? What else is in your
Yeah, no,
list here?
I got. I like to ask what you guys have been watching.
Oh, actually, a lot has come out on Netflix that I need to watch.
TVs, movies. Yeah,
Um,
what are you interested in?
So, TV shows.
Okay.
I watch primarily TV.
There's no need to
shows.
watch movies anymore because TV's so good.
Yeah.
People are saying we're in the
Um,
golden age right now.
So there's
Yeah.
a new season of Flaked.
Okay, haven't seen it yet.
It is Will Arnett and it's set in Venice.
I do love me some
sounds
Will Arnett
amazing.
though.
And he's like, the anti-hero kind of, but he's really not a protagonist. Like, you can't root for him.
Okay.
Yeah. You're just like, what's gonna happen to him next? I just want to know.
He likes to
Yeah.
play that character though,
Yeah,
right? And
it's
he's really good at
very
it.
similar
Yeah.
to BoJack.
Okay.
In a way, like the same tones. Definitely deals with like depression and stuff like that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And it revolves a lot around AA.
Okay.
All right.
It's a big part of the show. It's so good.
Sounds tough.
So I've watched 2 episodes of the new season so far. It's
You're
really
liking it?
good.
Okay.
I also watched 3 episodes of the new F is for Family,
Okay.
Bill Burr's animated series,
Right,
Netflix original.
Speaking of, I think Dan Harmon is helping to produce. He owns Starburn Industries, and they're producing a new Louis C.K. animated series right now, and I'm really stoked about that.
Awesome.
It's gonna,
That
yeah. I
sounds
was like, and
fantastic.
these are some of my 2 favorite people in the comedy world, Harmon and Louis, and there's somebody else on the project, another big name, and I can't remember, but it just reminded me of that.
super honest.
Sarah Silverman came out with a new special on Netflix.
How was it?
It was so good, which was very relieving because I think we had talked about this. I wasn't enjoying a lot of the new specials
Okay.
of stand-up comedians that I usually enjoy.
You said you had a good time with Louis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Louis. Yeah,
It's
he's
hard,
my
yeah.
favorite.
He's
You
always,
can't-
he's always
whatever.
got so much
But
to
I
work
didn't
with.
really like Bill Burr's new one. There was a bunch.
You didn't like Chappelle's that much.
I didn't like
yeah.
Chappelle's that much. Yeah, I didn't. I just wasn't finding
Chappelle's
myself
was
like
just
gut
went-
laughing at all.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
it was sad. And I thought maybe I was like maybe watching too much stand up, and that was why.
Oh, I see.
But no, I watched Sarah's, and I was like, nope, they just weren't that good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you needed something to compare it to. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you got that. That's good. I'm glad
Yeah.
to hear. I'm wondering if I've ever seen a full set of hers. I mean, I've seen her a million times, but have I actually watched a full special that she did? I don't know. But she did. Did you guys ever watch her TED Talk?
No.
It's a very famous TED Talk, and it largely because, okay, that's fine. Largely because she's not allowed back. They kicked her off. They're like, you're never able to talk here again.
There's a
It's
bunch
a
of
really
TED
good
Talks.
TED Talk. Yeah, there's a handful, but she's, as far as I know, the only comedian that's not allowed back, and it's only like not even 10 minutes, I think.
Good
And
God.
there's just a couple of jokes in there that were they weren't that bad, and it was just like I would adopt somebody that's near death. I want to adopt a kid that's about to die. And so people were like, took that offensively, but she's
Yeah.
like, no, this makes sense though. Nobody wants that kid.
Yeah.
And I'm
Give
saying
that
that
kid a good
I'm
life.
willing to give them a good rest of their life. And it's like, come on, that's not a bit. She may have mentioned like baby rape or something, but anyways,
Yeah, whatever.
she's so good. It was
she's so good.
There's
she's
there's
amazing.
actually
I
some
love
there's a lot
her.
of TED Talks that have happened that they no longer put on and do not allow some guests anymore because
Yeah.
they want to stay strictly extremely family friendly, really clean, and really they're PG is what they're shooting for with
Yeah.
TED Talks, and like that's what kind of kills it because TED Talks are supposed to help you learn more about the world around you, and that doesn't happen in a PG world.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I went to I went to a local TED thing last year. It was great, or the year before. I've heard that there's a lot of controversy connected to TED Talk and the guy that runs it, and a lot of people don't like him. And
There's just like the way that TED Talks are run, they are diverse on a really monotone scale. Like it's like you can only be like it's a lot of shades of gray, but they're all gray.
okay,
So
I see
it's
what you're saying. Like okay, I see what you're saying.
there's not as much diversity as they claim to have, which is
Yeah.
like the biggest problem with TED Talks.
I've learned a lot from TED though. I really do enjoy TED Talks, and I do like that they will put on artists too. It's not just
They do, yeah.
deep thinking things. It's like like have you guys seen Reggie Watts special on there? It's a really good TED Talk, and it's really short. And yeah, watch the comedians that go on there. They kill it, and I think it's
Okay.
because. I don't know why they're doing so well, but like they probably really, really prepare because it's very
Yeah.
different. And it's like, imagine that audience too, you know, they're not people that are going there to see Reggie Watts specifically, I'm assuming.
They're
Yeah.
usually
Um,
obsessive intellectuals. Yeah.
Right.
And it's like
Um,
I don't know, it's like that educational intellectual, and I think that's a problem that I have with TED Talks. Yeah, I could go on for an hour for this, so I'm just gonna stop there.
They had somebody that did the psychology of like freeform jamming
Oh.
on music, and I was like, I've never heard anybody talk about this.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, I love it.
There's a lot of cool things on there.
Yeah.
It's just very different shades of gray.
So speaking of being clean,
Uh-huh.
I hosted this show last night. I'm hosting it again tonight, which is why we need to stop after I finish talking.
Got it.
Um,
How'd it go?
but I had to tell a clean set.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And
That's hard for you.
It is very difficult.
You have a
for
pretty
me.
dirty set, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really
And dark.
sorry.
Yeah. So I didn't tell any dead dad jokes,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't tell any sex jokes.
Uh-huh.
How
did you survive?
I was left with like
Yeah, what do you have?
6 jokes,
What,
and
can
they
you-
don't
can you
really
say one
go.
of them?
They
I
don't really go together either, and so I didn't have any good segues.
Okay.
It's like who wants to hear a
yeah,
joke?
the brownie a la mode.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. It's a
thought you-
pun.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. I expected them to all be puns. Like,
They're not all puns. And then I talk about the difference between balloon fiesta traffic and NASCAR traffic.
What is it?
Well, it's just a lot worse being stuck in rush hour traffic with a bunch of rednecks who only take left turns.
Oh, speaking of, I just learned. I know you're expecting a harder laugh. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, good. I just found out I was listening to Star Talk Radio with Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast, and apparently the NASCAR track is banked, and they don't actually ever turn left. The cars actually still thinks it's going straight.
And it just
Yeah.
follows that.
It just follows the road. That's so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool to me. I didn't know that.
I had gone to the NASCAR, the raceway in Daytona a couple times, and did the tour.
Yeah.
And they do the same joke every time, and it's really stupid and cheesy, and I love it.
What is it?
So you're in like one of those long golf cart kind of things.
Yeah.
And the driver will be like, you have to be going at least 55 miles per hour to stay on the bank, or you will like slide down, because that's how angled it is.
Yeah.
And he's like, this cart only gets up to 35 miles per hour, but I think we should try it.
Sounds awful.
Every time.
That.
How often are
that's
you going to watch?
wonderful.
I didn't know you're a NASCAR fan.
I went there. No, I never watched NASCAR. I just went for the tour,
Oh, got it.
like
got it,
three
got it.
times. Just because when like family members would go to Daytona, they would want to go there, and it was always fun.
It was.
Like the tour is a blast.
Okay. What do you do on the tour?
You just go through. You get to go through the track, and then there's like a cool little area where you get to pretend you're in the pit crew.
Okay.
And so you have to
fun.
like change all the tires real fast and all
Yeah.
this stuff.
I would totally love to do that.
It's a lot of fun. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they have like, a whole room of just arcade NASCAR games,
Okay.
like the ones where you
Nice.
sit in the chair. And
Yeah.
and it's fun.
Yeah. It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It's really funny because like I looked up my last name and I was really curious. So the most famous Bullum currently is a motorcycle, a MotoGP racer. His name's Enzo. And I was like, I'm really curious about motorcycles now. And I realized it's like this kid has been doing motorcycle races since like he was like 15. And I was like, holy shit. And now he's sponsored by like Red Bull. I'm like,
Oh, cool.
Holy crap. At some point, I need to go see like my cousin do this race because I'm really curious to see.
Wait, he is your cousin.
He's my cousin, yeah.
You know. Okay, I see.
Okay, I definitely have to go.
Okay.
I'll let you guys sign off as I go.
Oh, you need to. You're
I
really
kn-
now.
Yeah, I need to go.
yeah.
I need to put in for a lift.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah. Good call. I just wanted to say that I saw. Did you guys watch Wonder Woman?
I have not seen it yet. I was supposed to go with you guys, but
Highest-
I missed out.
You missed out. Yeah, highest grossing opening weekend film for a female director, I think.
Yeah. That is
Um,
awesome.
It's insane.
She spent 10 years trying to get that job.
Really?
Yeah, like her whole directorial like debut was just for that, like to try and make Wonder Woman happen.
It was fucking fantastic, and
Okay.
every critic out there is saying it. I haven't heard.
I
I saw one negative review of it, and it was about. It was from who posted it? Afropunk posted it. Order it. Did you
Oh,
order
wow.
it? Good. And then I rewatched Hercules this week and Aladdin. That was fun. I've never seen Cool Runnings. That was a lot of fun. And
Cool Runnings.
Kubo and the Two Strings. I don't know if you saw that.
Mm-mm.
Ah.
Wait.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh, I want to see that. It's
That
one
was
I have not
that was
seen
my
yet.
favorite animated film last year.
Ah.
Yeah, you need to watch that.
We need
for
okay.
sure.
We definitely need to do like a movie podcast because it's like on with the other group that I kind of work with. We the last movie we talked about was Guardians of the Galaxy, but we went on like a 2 to 3 hour tangent just talking about the comics. I'd like to just talk about films for a while. Like,
Yeah, and that's what. So I'm sitting down with Kevin Bransford, who's been on this stream before, and we're gonna set that up. We're gonna
be fun. It'd be
figure out
interesting.
the details of how to get that podcast started. But I
Yeah.
definitely want to get one started. Yeah.
'cause it's like there's so many shows. There's so many good things to happen.
So many good things to talk about. And then, did you have anything else you want to talk about, or are you ready to sign off?
I started watching what's it called? American Gods.
Oh
caught
yeah,
up to
I saw
it.
you posted about it.
Oh my gosh, it is an amazing show, and
Who
it
puts
makes
it
me
on?
Happy. It's by Stars.
It's on Stars. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really unexpected because I like when they announced it, I was like, ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna watch that. And then like I finally got a chance to see it, and I was like, I just binge watched the shit out of it. I'm like, this is fucking
One season?
amazing. It's one season so far.
Okay,
yeah,
and it's
season one.
Gaiman, right?
It's Neil
Okay.
Gaiman. Yeah,
Okay.
and they're about 6 episodes in. It's freaking
Okay.
amazing, and
Okay.
it makes me so happy.
I'm excited. I like forget who does what because there's that other one too, or I don't think it's American Gods, but it's the one where they I think it's Marvel, but they all like live on the moon. These gods, they live on like a planet. I think they live on the moon.
What?
Um,
Like humans?
Is it Inhumans?
That might be Inhumans. I don't know.
Do they live
There's
on the
so
moon?
many.
I can't keep up.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot you're describing.
And then what's the other one that I thought maybe Game Man didn't do it, but it's the one where these people, they take the form of like pop stars and celebrities. They're gods that take the form of pop stars and celebrities on Earth. That's not American Gods, is it?
American Gods. So like American Gods is the fighting of Old Norse gods and all the other types of
Okay,
gods,
yeah,
with
that's
the
not what I'm talking
New
about.
World gods of just
Okay.
like pop culture. They have one that was David Bowie, one that signifies the internet, and like.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
type
that
of
sounds
stuff.
right. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll let you borrow the book because I have the book, and then you can
Okay.
check it out because it's really really good.
It's a comic book series, though, right?
It's a regular novel.
It's a novel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds cool. Anything else?
I think we're good. We talked about other shows. Thanks everyone who's
Yeah.
was on this week.
I have a plug. I'm going to be hosting Bozy Brothers. Are they called Bros? Bozy Bros or Bozy Brothers?
Those are brothers.
Bozy Brothers tonight. It's a stand-up comedy open mic in downtown Albuquerque, and I think it'll be my third time hosting there. And I'm hosting with the amazing Greg Jomek, and we need to get him on this cast.
We
Yep.
do. He's my best friend.
He's my best friend,
He's
actually.
my best friend. I'm going to plug. I am hosting a show at 5:30 at Musical Theater Southwest. That is for the Alley Cats.
Ooh.
And they are a really cool tap and jazz company. Also, they have a lot of other acts going on, like Rumble.
Variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
And
variety
they have
show.
the best host in town. That's me. All right, I'm leaving now.
And then an hour and a half later at 7 o'clock coming to Bozy. So, anyways.
I'll be at home. And I'll be watching the Ubisoft stream, so you can join me live stream that and talk.
It's okay. Bye, Kendra.
Bye, Kendra.
And also bye for everybody else, right?
Yeah, see you guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in again tomorrow. And I'm sorry, Tuesday
Tuesday for video games.
for some video games, some Switch games, and then Wednesday some HeroClix.
HeroClix, and then again for the podcast on Friday.
Actually, no, that's
Or
just our meeting now.
That's just our meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll figure out the podcast later.
Okay. Bye.
See you guys.